Hello and welcome to episode 566 of the Daily Sales Message Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. Now, in today's episode, we're talking about the language of your buyer, human keywords. I call them human keywords. We're supposed to obsess about SEO, search engine optimization. What do people search for when they're looking for our product or service? And we kind of build our messaging and things around that when we're getting into real optimization phases of messaging. The problem with SEO is that lots of us think that it's actually built around Google and search engines, and we kind of forget there's just people behind it. The things that people type into search engines are driven by humanity, humans. It's whatever they think something is. If you're of a certain age, and I definitely am, here in the UK we used to have a show on TV called Catchphrase, where they would slowly reveal an image and you'd have to guess at what the thing is, and it was often a very well-known catchphrase, but it was visualized. And their catchphrase on the show was, say what you see. Say what you see. So if you were to search for this online, and if you're listening to this on Spotify, I'll have to describe this for you, but I'm holding up a white Apple magic mouse. Now, if you know what this is, you'll call this a magic mouse, and that's what you would search for. If you don't know what it is, you would call it a mouse. You might call it a wireless mouse. Wireless mouse. You might call it a Bluetooth mouse, a portable mouse, an ergonomic mouse. Lots of different ways to do it. The point of this episode is to say, for your product or service, you need to understand, well, what do your buyers say? Do they call it a magic mouse? Do they call it a wireless mouse? Because if you can use the language that your buyer uses to describe your product or your service, you're going to find it so much easier to connect with them. And the clues are there. Look at the reviews, the recommendations, the feedback people leave on your website and for your products and services, and also those of your competitors. It doesn't take too long to establish the common language, the vernacular, the human language and words that people use to describe something, but it's often overlooked. So that's it for this episode of the podcast. Tomorrow, in episode 567, there's a big warning sign here. If you talk to somebody and explain what you do, and they summarize it back to you, oh, so you do blah, 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 whatever, that's a real indicator of something. We'll cover more of that in tomorrow's episode. In the meantime, thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Daily Sales Message.